This is Victoria Island in Lagos, southwest Nigeria. It is one of the most commercially viable places in the metropolis and so requires attention when the need arises. At the moment, it is this drainage construction and road maintenance. A laudable project to ensure property and, more importantly, lives are not adversely affected. But in the same state, there are those who also face probably bigger survival challenges. Ajegunle also goes by the name AJ City. It also has a share of commercial activity that provides to the state's coffers. So one would expect that it should receive similar attention to issues that affect the seemingly more affluent areas. This area of the state has been plagued by the menace of flood and refuse, which also earns it another name, the Dustbin City. Our first tour leads us to witness how residents in the area get around. Hey, hola, what's up? A boat ride across the channel, which should be more exciting. But for these people, it is just another day to interact with filth and animals. These are makeshift bathrooms that also double as toilets. Some residents here say they have no fear of the rains, but need the authorities to make it a more livable place.
Every 4 years, for almost 100 years, we have no any disturbances of any erosion in these areas, in this community. You can ask anybody in this area. You can see the canal. These places are already wide enough for water, for any erosion to pass or to go to anywhere.
I beg, make Amber, make the airports and the president, make the airports, make them leave this place for us. More they use, they manage. I just gonna make. We want something like make the airports for money. Make them give us better good thing for year.
As we make our way through to our next contact, the abandoned structures scream out memories of people who once upon a time called them home, but had to flee from the flood that took over. We meet Mr. Aweda, who is one of the lucky residents who still have a place to lay his head. Although, that is not to say he's having the best of times. He shares his burden.
For many years, we've been begging the government for proper drainage systems, but nothing has been done. A lot of people have abandoned their homes due to flood. We need urgent help with drainage systems.
Our guide takes us to the point of conflict. This is the marshy terrain of Ajegunle, where the heart of the problem is. What the residents want is for proper dredging of the canal and probably a waste refuse factory to be set up here so that they can have employment. Here, the residents cry out for the same thing: help.
Over 40 years.
I've been here for over 40 years in this neighborhood. We have been spending our own money to buy blocks for the building. I have rebuilt my home 4 times because we have no support for development from government.
They are also taking charge of their destinies in the face of further flooding by clearing the drainage the most efficient way they can. A popular saying has it that what is good for the goose is good for the gander. So invariably, the government should ensure development is evenly spread to avoid negative reactions from those crying out for attention now. Orolu Ashonibare, Channels Television News.